Hi, my name is Allison Bruce. Some people call me Allie and other people call me Allison, but don't worry about it because I'll respond to either. A quick fun fact about me. I'm from Sewanee. My house is just a 5-minute drive or a 25-minute walk from Central Campus. I'm a Bonner leader at Sewanee, the University of the South. As a Bonner, I've had some truly incredible experiences. But I didn't always think that coming to Sewanee would be the right choice for me. In fact, if you had told me during the spring of my senior year in high school that I was going to go to Sewanee, I would have told you that you were definitely mistaken. My plan was to go somewhere new, somewhere different, somewhere cosmopolitan and exciting, maybe Pennsylvania or Massachusetts. I wasn't going to stay on the mountain 1 second longer than I absolutely had to. Considering how much I thought I should get off the mountain like all my friends were doing, my decision to come to Sewanee was pretty difficult. My acceptance into the Bonner Leader program is actually what sold me on Sewanee. At least, I thought, if I went to Sewanee, I might be able to do something useful. So, I became a baby Bonner. And as a baby Bonner, I began working with the Community Action Committee, or CAC for short. There, I met Ms. Betty, Gabby, and Louie, 3 people who would end up becoming some of my biggest role models. Ms. Betty, Gabby, and Louie were all doing amazing things at CAC and had a real bond with one another. Despite the welcoming atmosphere I felt at CAC, I found myself struggling to find my place as a Sewanee student and as a Bonner. I wanted to try and make an impact in the community like Gabby and Louie were doing, but I really wasn't sure how. One night during the spring of my freshman year, I had a conversation with my mom about the needs of students at Sewanee Elementary, one of our local schools. My mom, who's the current librarian and intervention coordinator at Sewanee Elementary, lamented that some kids who have the potential to excel in school sometimes fall behind because they don't have people in their lives who encourage them to keep trying, even when they fail. She stressed that the children she taught were not all immune to the trappings of poverty, and that they too could benefit from an after-school program like those that existed in neighboring counties, even though Sewanee Elementary is located in a relatively affluent community. That conversation that I had with my mom continued to echo in my head for a long time, and I decided I needed to talk to Ms. Betty about what my mom had shared with me. About an hour after I entered her office for a meeting, Ms. Betty and I emerged with a grand idea. Our plan: to establish a tutoring and mentorship program to serve Sewanee Elementary students. Now all we had to do was figure out if this idea could actually become reality. In September 2016, our idea slowly began to crystallize. Ms. Betty and I sat in the conference room of OD Parish with 3 other women to discuss our idea. So began a semester's worth of monthly meetings with Ms. Crystal, Ms. Amanda, Ms. Linda, retired teachers living in Sewanee, parents living in Midway, members of the CAC board, the vestry at St. James Episcopal Church, and Ms. Julia Bates, a retired teacher from Atlanta who had started several after-school programs when she worked in Atlanta Public Schools. At the end of 3 months of hard work, dedication, and collaboration, we decided that we were ready to open a pilot program of our tutoring program that operated out of the Parish Hall of St. James Episcopal Church in Midway. That first week was really hard. That first month was even harder. But we showed up week after week, and eventually, a group of 8 children began consistently coming up to receive help with homework. Now, Midway Tutoring is in its 5th consecutive semester. The program that exists today functions slightly differently from that initial pilot program, but its goal has remained constant. Now, kids from both Sewanee and Mount Eagle Elementary convene once a week for guided homework help, some fun, and a snack. Over the past 3 years, I've watched the students improve week by week. Not only do they report better grades in reading and math, but they are also more confident and continue to keep trying even when the book is full of big words and long division gets so confusing. So now, what's next? I guess I finally have to leave the mountain now after postponing my departure for a full 4 years. I don't have a full idea of what's next, but I know I'm going to exit the domain with a sense of confidence in the importance of my work and in myself that I didn't have when I first passed through Sewanee's gates as a student. So now it's time for me to pass the torch on to the next bunch of CAC Bonners and our new Canale. It means that there will be some changes, but if my students can learn to conquer their fears and insecurities, I know we will all be able to do the same. Ultimately, I've learned that anything is possible when you invest in your community. I've been lucky to find my Sewanee community over countless cups of coffee, a few snacks, some flashcards, and community meals finished with homemade banana pudding. Thank you.